It has been over a year now since MyFitnessPal took away the barcode function from their app, and people are still upset. You're upset, I'm upset, we're all upset. This was a huge blow for anyone tracking their nutrition to lose weight, build muscle, or achieve a sport-specific goal. And this is because for a long time, MyFitnessPal reigned supreme as the #1 nutrition tracking app. But now the app has major competition, and between that and inaccuracies in its food database, a complicated user interface, as well as some of the most beloved features like the barcode scanner, going behind a $20 per month paywall, MyFitnessPal just isn't cutting it anymore. So today I wanted to give you an update on the best nutrition tracking apps out there, giving you my 8 best MyFitnessPal alternatives, and the best news is either these apps are free or even cheaper than MyFitnessPal. And make sure you watch until the end because I'm ranking these apps, saving the best for last. Starting with number 8, the Lucid app. The Lucid app is one of the most popular food tracking apps, and for good reasons. There's a free and premium version with tons of good features. Some of the best features on the free version are calorie tracking, the smart camera feature where you can scan barcodes and food items, a large database with verified food entries from in-app experts, and an active community where you can learn from others and work together towards achieving your goals. In the premium version, which is only $39.99 per year, which is still cheaper than MyFitnessPal, also has some of these features: macro and calorie customization, as well as progress tracking, advanced tracking for micronutrients and more, as well as the ability to sync your wearable fitness trackers, and diary sharing, which is great if you're already working with a nutrition coach or a trainer. While LoseIt is a great option, there are some weaknesses. Like it's tough to enter homemade food and enter nutritional information, and the free version doesn't allow you to track your macros, where it just focuses mainly on calories. Overall, LoseIt is a great calorie tracking app, and I would recommend it to someone who's just starting food tracking. But for someone who needs more, either upgrade to premium or check out some other apps like our next one, which is number 7, Macros First. Macros First is a great calorie and macro tracking app, meaning it's not going to just track your calories, but focuses on macronutrients. Like LoseIt, there is a free and premium version of the app, and here are some of the features that we love. It's simple and easy to use user interface, custom calorie and macro goals, as well as a barcode and label scanner, a large food database, as well as unlimited recipes and meal plans. And there is a cool feature of the app that gives you food and serving recommendations based on your macronutrients. In the premium version, which is actually less than $7 per month, has other features like diary sharing, net carb tracking, integration with Apple, Coach Catalyst, and even Google Sheets, and the ability to program in calorie and macro cycling. When it comes to cons in comparison to some of the other apps that we are going to be covering today, here are some of the weaknesses. No in-depth micronutrient or biometric tracking, which for some individuals may be important, but overall this is a great food tracking app with a reasonably priced premium version that I would absolutely recommend. Now before we move on, if you're having a hard time keeping all the features of these apps in order, click the link in my description below to get a full breakdown of all the nutrition apps that we're covering today so you can pick the best one for you and your goals. Now let's move on to number 6, the Carbon Diet Coach. This app is brought to you by Dr. Layne Norton and is an evidence-based nutrition app that almost functions as your own virtual nutrition coach, which is pretty cool for those that are more experienced and need less one-on-one accountability than a real coach. Now before we get into features, I do need to mention there is no free version of this app, but for only $9.99 a month or around $80 for the entire year, the Carbon Diet Coach has tons of features that totally make it worth it. Some of the features that I love are its simple and easy to use user interface, as well as its verified database, barcode and label scanner, as well as its custom calories and macros, which are adjusted weekly based on your progress, and a planner feature that allows you to cycle your calories and macronutrients, and a weekly check-in with your coach, which makes this app really results focused. While these features are great, there are some drawbacks. The first one being there is no diary sharing, no recipes or meal plans, and there's less grace given around non-compliance. So nothing really changes or is adjusted without perfect adherence, which depending on who you are or who you ask could be a strength. Overall, the Carbon Diet Coach app is a great option for those that want a strict calorie and macro tracking app that gets them great results and holds them accountable while paying less than $10 per month. But let's move on to some other options like number 5, MyNetDiary. MyNetDiary has loads of great features in its free version, and after talking with many nutrition coaches, this seems to be an app that they recommend their clients using. Here's Dr. Mark Method student Robert detailing why he loves using MyNetDiary with his nutrition clients.
Played around with a lot of them, and MyNetDiary, the nice thing is that it allows you, like if you get like MyFitnessPal, it's just adverts and then just blog stuff, and then to find what you want to try and do is just in this mess of stuff.
Yes.
With that MyNetDiary, you can actually customize your dashboard. So like, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this, I only want this, and I only want this. Or I want everything, or I just want certain things. So you can customize it for yourself, how you are going to be, it's going to help you.
MyNetDiary has many features that I love, including the one that we just heard about, which is that customizable user interface, as well as a large verified database, barcode and label scanning, meal plans and recipes, as well as a shareable diary, which makes it a favorite among coaches. And it has many other features, as well as a premium version of the app, which gives you other features like wearable syncing, custom macro tracking, as well as blood glucose and diabetes monitoring, exercise and nutrient planning, and more. The premium version of MyNetDiary comes out at around $8.99 a month, or $60 for the entire year, which does make it quite affordable, but this does come with some weaknesses. The main weakness being macro tracking is only available in the premium version. Overall, MyNetDiary is a great food tracking app. The free version comes with many features, but the main downside being you can't track your macros unless you pay. But if you're looking for a completely free nutrition tracking app, then you need to check out number 4, FatSecret. FatSecret, besides having a completely terrible name, which I keep having to say and I don't want to anymore, consistently comes up in my research as one of the best free nutrition tracking apps. FatSecret has tons of helpful features, including a simple and easy to use user interface, barcode scanner, custom calories and macros, a planner feature that allows you to cycle calories and macronutrients, wearable syncing, as well as its easy to share food diary, which is helpful if you're working with a nutrition coach or a doctor. FatSecret also has a premium version that's priced at $6.99 per month with additional features like done for you meal plans. Now, based on app reviews, the free version of the app is just as good as premium, but we should talk about some of the drawbacks of FatSecret besides having a terrible name. An unverified database, as well as many users report inaccuracies in the smart camera function. And the meal plans, while they are good, are not custom tailored to your calorie or macronutrient intake. And it doesn't have any built-in accountability like a virtual coach. Now, while there are some bugs with FatSecret, if you're looking for a free nutrition tracking app, this is going to be one of my top rated picks. And that's because of all of the amazing features that it does include in the free version. One feature that it doesn't have though is one I'm going to detail next with number 3, SnapCalorie. I have featured SnapCalorie on my channel before, and it's because of one really cool feature, and that is lidar scanning, which means you can take a photo of food and it's going to log nutrition information just from that photo alone. And this has been shown to be even more accurate than a human nutritionist. Just like how the IKEA app can show you if a couch is going to fit into your space, this app is going to take a picture of your food and calculate the nutrition information, especially mixed foods that are tough to track, or if you're out in a restaurant and need to estimate something. Some other features that I love are a simple and easy to use user interface, as well as a barcode scanner and an AI describe feature, calorie, macro, and weight tracking, as well as an AI chatbot. There is no free version of their app, but there is a 7-day free trial. And past that, the cost of the app is $29.99 per month or $150 for the entire year. Now, some of the weaknesses do include that the app is based on tracking full meals and not individual items, which makes it tough to log repeated items day to day. And sometimes the lidar estimates take a long time to process because a human actually checks them over. With that being said though, I do think this lidar function is going to change nutrition tracking forever, so this app needs to be featured. Now let's move on to a really groundbreaking tracking app, which is number 2, Macrofactor. Macrofactor is in a group of nutrition tracking apps we're going to start calling smart nutrition apps. And that's because they're a little different and a little more advanced than your run-of-the-mill tracking app. What is setting apart a tracking app like Macrofactor is that it's making adjustments and changes based on what you are actually doing with your food, not what you were planning on doing. They call this an adherence neutral approach, and based on the people that I've talked to that have tracked for a while, myself included, this is a good blend of tracking meets mindful eating practices. Unlike other diet coaching apps, you don't have to stick to your plan perfectly to get the adjustment. Now, just like the other smart tracking app that I featured today, Carbon Diet Coach, there is no free version of Macrofactor, but Macrofactor is priced at $11.99 per month or $71.99 for the entire year. But you also get a plethora of amazing features like a barcode and label scanner, a verified database by registered dietitians, micronutrients, custom foods and recipes, dynamic weekly adjustments, which is like being coached, and a timeline style food log, which means you're not stuck eating the same square meals. Macrofactor also syncs to some coaching apps so you can view a client's data pretty seamlessly. Now, Macrofactor does have some weaknesses, including there is no free version of the app, and this may be best suited for people with some previous nutrition tracking experience. But if the price sounds right and you want an app that is loaded with tons of new and exciting features, or more advanced features for sport-specific goals and athletes, then Macrofactor might be the right app for you. Now, I have saved what I would consider the best for last as my #1 rated nutrition tracking app, which is going to be #1, Cronometer. Cronometer is an incredibly widely used app, and many of the nutrition coaches that I speak with swear by using it with their clients. First, the free version is packed with great features like the complete nutrient summary, including micronutrients, as well as a barcode and label scanner, custom macronutrient targets. You can sync health information to the app from other devices like body fat percentage, body weight, as well as sleep data. There's an active and helpful community, and there's also a professional feature, which is great for coaches who want to view and track their clients' progress. The premium version, which comes in at $5.99 per month, has some other expanded features like the Oracle food suggestions, which makes food and meal suggestions based on your calories and macronutrient intake, expanded micronutrient and biomarker tracking, and added customization to your food log, and a recipe importer, which makes it really easy to import recipes from the web. Overall, Cronometer is still my #1 alternative to MyFitnessPal. With that being said, everyone uses nutrition tracking apps for different reasons. You may need certain features more than others, so use the information in this video to select the best nutrition tracking app for you. And like I said, you can get a full breakdown of all these nutrition apps at the link in my description below. And that's it, folks. Those are the most popular MyFitnessPal alternatives. If you're considering switching yourself or your clients from MyFitnessPal, I still would consider Cronometer or Macrofactor as my top 2 picks. Those are my thoughts, and I would love to hear yours by adding to the discussion in the comments below. Now, as great as all those tips are, if you're really serious about starting a nutrition coaching business, the next thing I'll have you do is check out this video I've linked right here, where I'm going to explain one app that might be the future of nutrition tracking. So check it out right now, and I'll see you in the next video.